Official Mike said, I mean, a church did try to help the homeless. The government told the church to stop or they'll charge them. The government is the devil and must get new leadership. Well, I mean, didn't God basically say, I think it was Jesus. Didn't Jesus say, like, you know, I've appointed all of the earthly authorities to be like rulers over you or whatever. So like you could say like the government's the devil, but like God gave us the rulers that we have for a reason, right? Now, if the people in power are doing bad things, then we should certainly vote or whatever to get them removed. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily freak out. But I think I know what story you're talking about, and that story is an insane story. Although on technicalities, I do understand why they ended up being found guilty. I think you're talking about the church where they were housing homeless people during an extremely cold weather scenario, and then they got punished by the local government because it was violating housing laws or something. Not enough bedrooms, I think, or something like that. If that's what you're talking about, I understand the rationale of the government actually, because stuff like that prevents overcrowding. Right? If you legalize that, then you open the door to people, you know, owning or renting out a building and just like stuffing like 50 people in there. And overcrowding is not great for a multitude of reasons. Lack of resources. You know, if you have so many people and so few toilets, that's not great. You know, just being practical here, right? And if people are too crowded, if there's some sort of emergency, like let's say there's like a fire and people need to escape and leave the building, easily there can be bottlenecks. People get stuck. It can be hard for people to leave in a timely fashion. I don't know if like there's some sort of structural damage to the building, whenever more people can get hurt. Like there are a lot of variables that I think factor into overcrowding laws. And so it makes it makes a lot of sense that there would be a law that says, hey, you can't stuff like 200 people inside of a one random building and just house them. Now, I do think that there should have been an exemption for, if you're in like an emergency weather situation. I think that scenario teaches us, hey, there should be an exemption where if it's, you know, snowing, if it's freezing, if it's below like 32 degrees or whatever, and you have like homeless people who don't have any other forms of shelter, it's fine to house them temporarily until the weather gets better. I think that is the lesson that we should be taking, rather than, oh, the government's bad. It's really, we have a law with good intentions that has some negative consequences and is helping Christians from, you know, helping people in need the way that they want to. So hopefully that's something that gets passed. I don't think anyone is thinking about that anymore, though, to be honest, which is unfortunate. Official Mike said, bruh, then the government should build more houses. I mean, it's not that easy. And the government would never do that because private interests would just, you know, well, people will get mad at that use of eminent domain. Also, it'd probably be done very inefficiently. I don't really see it.